Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is about a young lady who is 32 years that lives in Canada, and she is a feminist. And apparently she's lonely, she's miserable, and she's tired of being a feminist. She pays her own bills, but she doesn't want to pay it anymore. She wants somebody to support her. And the list goes on and on and on, even though she still has the mentality of a feminist. Okay, the moral of the story is you can't eat your cake and have it. She wants to be a feminist, at the same time she wants to have a man. Guys, don't forget that feminism, the movement of it all, was actually established because women wanted to fight for equality, fight for our right to vote, our right to better pay and all those good jazz. But modern day feminism is quite different from what it's supposed to be. Apparently right now women are saying they don't need a man, they don't care about a man, most of them. So let's get right into this article and see what this modern feminist who wants to eat a cake and have it. And as we go along, I'm going to give my own view concerning this whole feminism stuff, and let's get right in, guys. So guys, before I move forward, please like this video, support my channel, subscribe, please like this video, and let's get right in. Okay, the article reads, I live on my own. I am financially independent, I am educated, and I'm single. I am what many women all over the world dream to be. Some women, yeah. I choose what to wear, who I date, what I do for work, how to spend my money, which is good. I have privilege to be youngish if it's 32, young. Independent woman, I can do what I want when I want. I have the financial means and education to be on my own. Okay, underneath this store, guys, it means I don't need a man, basically, because modern women seem to equate relationship to their worth, which biologically and society is saying no. It looks good on paper, but reality is your education as a woman, or your financial gains, or your financial a privilege, or whatever it is that you think you have, does not equate your value in the market. Obviously, that is what men are saying. Anyway, the article reads on, a privilege that many women throughout the world do not even have access to obtaining for themselves. Okay, which is why I'm ashamed to admit that I don't love it. Which is why I am ashamed to admit that I don't love it. Sometimes I even hate it. Okay. All right then. And there's a quote that says, society romanticizes independent women while shaming dependent women. Okay. I don't know about that. Do society romanticize independent women? Do they? Why shaming dependent women? I don't think so. It depends on who you're talking to. Anyway, let's go on. So, at the top of the independent woman pyramid are those who are single, financially independent, and living on their own. Okay, yeah, true. It's a narrative that was empowering until it wasn't anymore. Of course, there's nothing wrong in you having your own money, in you having your education and all that kind of stuff, which is actually good. But when you start acting like a man and going around with that masculine energy and saying that you don't need a man, you understand what I'm saying? And you're trying to compete with men, and you're trying to blame men for everything under the heavens. You understand what I'm saying? You just want to be the boss. You understand? That is what men are finding really difficult these days. That is why many men are finding it hard to propose to women to get married, and they are dishing the marriage thing altogether. And some of them, they're saying, listen, we're going to stay until we are in our 40s and 50s to even get married. And can you blame them? Anyway, the article goes on. It said it's a narrative that was empowering until it wasn't anymore. True. Sure, it initially started as a way for women into independent life. And she goes on to say, I am a proud feminist. When I say that, I'm referring to true feminism that fights for all people. men, women, and non-binary folks, not just women. History hasn't been kind to women, and we had to fight for our rights, true. In fact, we are still fighting. None of us are free until we are all free. Yeah, true. So when I say that I feel guilty, even though that I hate being on my own, I feel guilty. Okay. Now, I want to biologically speaking, we human beings, we need people around us. God didn't just create a woman, or God didn't just create man. God create pairs. Even animals, they are pairs, man and woman. So I don't know what you're feeling guilty about. If true feminism is about fighting for people, so what does that mean about you feeling? What are you feeling guilty about? Like, because of what? Like, you hate being on your own. If you have true feminism and you're fighting for everyone to have their equal rights, why are you ashamed of being on your own? At least you're fighting for everybody to be one. So you should love being with people. Anyway, let's read on. He said, like someone gave me a handmade Christmas gift they spent months on, and I threw it in the trash, kind of guilty. Okay. And she says, sometimes I ask myself if this makes me anti-feminist. Girl, you are even contradicting yourself. You don't even know. You just said that feminism is about fighting for equal rights for everybody. So you hate being lonely. How does that make you anti-feminist? I don't get it. Like, make it make sense. Anyway, she goes on to say, but at the end of the day, feminism is about the right to choose, which includes the right to be booed up. Of course. Girl, you know the truth. Your mind and your spirit is telling you the truth, but your foolishness is telling you don't need a man. How can you live a life and say, I don't need family, I don't need anyone? No man is an island. Goodness me. And obviously she's 32, because when you are in your 20s, you can say all kind of bullshit. But once you cross that 30, and for most people, that is when it starts happening. The biologically, your body and your mind start telling you that you need children. You start having this feeling of wanting a family that you never knew you had that feeling before. As in, it just comes from nowhere. Some people comes early in their 30s, some people in their late 30s, and some people in their 40s. But most women, it starts from 30. That is when they start saying, oh my God, I think something is missing in my life. So if you are listening to this, don't wait until you are 30. You understand what I'm saying? You can fight for the rights of people. You can say, let's all have equal rights. At the same time, you can also have a relationship and be with somebody. So don't listen to this modern day feminism that is trying to drag women to this dying alone life. Anyway, she goes on to say, but at the end of the day, feminism is about, blah, blah, blah. I read that. She said, you should be happy alone before you can be happy in a relationship. Of course, that is true, because if you are not happy as a person on your own, when you go into a relationship, you'll also be sad and depressed because your partner is not there to make you happy. So you have to be happy in yourself and be able to make yourself happy. Seriously. Anyway, going on, she said, how many times have you heard this quote? On the other hand, I agree. Your happiness shouldn't be dependent on if you are in a relationship with someone. True. On the other hand, we are social beings. Building and maintaining relationship is vital to our happiness and well-being. Okay, what is wrong with this girl? Seriously, I don't get it. You know what is right. You know that you need a relationship. You know that even though you can make yourself happy, you are happy as a human being, you still need to have relationship with people. You understand what I'm saying? She knows these things, but she's debating it that I know that I need it, but at the same time, I don't think I need it. My God, this feminism has really messed up so many women's lives. Okay, the article goes on. She said, I have no problem doing things alone. In fact, I enjoy it. I will go out for dinner or a movie or go by a walk by myself and have a great time. Girl, of course, most people enjoy doing these things by themselves, but but you wouldn't enjoy doing these things by yourself every time. What's she on about for? You understand? She's confused. Anyway, she goes on to say, but I don't want to do things on my own all the time. You see what I'm saying? You love to do things, but you don't want to do it by yourself and every time. And you're not sure if you want to get into a relationship. Crazy woman. Anyway, she goes on to say, Even when I feel my schedule with friends and families, I feel like something is missing. Girl, you need a man. That is what is obviously missing. The missing gap there in this bracket is a man. You need a relationship. You need to get out of this modern feminism. You girls are just turning it upside down. Seriously. Anyway, she goes on to say, at first, I felt so ashamed by saying this. Romantic love isn't the key to life's happiness. Okay. Of course it isn't, but if you are with the right person, he adds to it. Seriously. Anyway, she goes on to say, but what I've realized is that there's a level of intimacy that you get in a relationship that you don't experience in other types of relationship. That is so correct. Even if you have all these best friends around you, and you that is listening to me, you can attest to this fact that even if you have best friends around you, you guys go on trips together, girl power and stuff. You understand me? I tell you, there are sometimes you want to just talk to a man. You understand what I'm saying? You want to talk to that special person. You understand? Even if you are gay, you want to talk to that person that you connect with in an intimate level, in a romantic level. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to talk to your friend about everything every time. You understand what I'm saying? Which is so true. That is why she needs to get a man. Anyway, going on, she said, maybe it's because I'm a romantic at heart. No, it's because you are a woman. And biologically, when you get to a certain age, you start wanting these things. My God, romantic at heart. Please, girl, stop lying to yourself. Anyway, she goes on to say, and my love language is quality time, but I want someone to do things with. Of course you do. Like I said, when you are in your 30s, which happens for most women, you want somebody to do things with. When you're in your 20s, you feel like you're going to be there forever. You don't need a man. You can talk bullshit. I don't need a man. I've got my friends. I've got my family. I've got this. I've got that. Yeah, if you want to call me. But when you are in your 30s, you just naturally want to do things with somebody. You are tired of doing it by yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, the article goes on to say, it doesn't have to be fancy. It could be just grocery shopping. Anyway, guys, this is the kind of talk that you know that she's in her 30s. 22 years old, 23 years old, I don't talk like this. I promise you, when a woman really wants to get married, she will be like, I just want to go out to the date, nothing fancy, just somebody, even if it's just the cinema. That is when you know that she's desperate, but she's acting like she's not desperate. Anyway, let's go on. He said, I just want a partner to deal with. True, you do need one. I'm not just any partner. I want someone who I share a strong emotional connection with. And I'm not talking about filling the proverbial box in my romantic life. I'm talking about filling it in the right way with the right person. Girl, listen, you are in your 30s now, which you still have time. You understand? You should position yourself in a position where you can be open to relationships so you can meet the right person. It's not just saying, because you have so many bullshit going on in your mind about this feminism that you need to wash out. Because the way you are acting now, I've got my own money, I've got my own this, I've got my own that. If you be in a relationship and start acting that way and not respect a man, no one is going to be with you, because your money don't count when you are in a relationship. Like I've said before, the only men that care about your money, they are men who want to borrow from you. They are losers. They are men who just want to steal from you. Real men don't care about your money. Anyway, let's go on. Maybe wanting a romantic relationship is totally fine, and maybe just maybe it has nothing to do with your independence as a woman. A romantic partner gives you something that your friends and family can't give you, which is so true. Girl, you know the truth. Walk with it. Consistent emotional support from a singular person. There's something special about the little moments you have. Okay, now she's writing poems, guys. You understand what I'm saying? She's writing poems because obviously she is lonely. She is miserable. She needs a man. And she needs to man up and say, I do need a man. Anyway, she goes on to say, it is when they hype you up in the morning of a big event or welcome you home with a big hug when you've had a bad day. It could be simple as hearing their laugh when you call to them about the funny thing the cashier at the store said to you. Sure, family and friends can do all these things, but it's spread out between them. Listen, families, they have their place. Relationship, they have their place. That is why some animals, they born for over 200 years. You understand? The Bible says a man shall leave his father's house and he shall cleave to his wife and cleave to his partner. Likewise, you, the woman. That is why I said family have their place and relationship and friends, they have their place. Ladies, if you are listening to me, make your decision quickly. Don't let lies, feminism fill your head with all this bullshit. You don't need a man. I have my family. No. Your sister's kid, they are not your kid. And I promise you, time will tell. When you are older and you need somebody to really love you and help you and support you, do you think your sister's kid would care for you like your own kid would do? No, they won't. Do you think your sister's boyfriend and your sister's husband will care for you like they would their own? No. There is nothing like your own. Seriously. Anyway, she goes on to say, everyone is busy with their lives, work partners, kids, etc., especially in your 30s. And you're just realizing it. What is wrong with this girl? What is wrong with women? Women tend to realize these things when we are 30s. In your 20s, you see women talking bullshit. Seriously, because you have friends. Because as soon as people finish university and people finish colleges, they move. And you see that your circle of friends starts shrinking. You understand? And it becomes really difficult for you to even meet a potential date. It is true, people in their 30s don't have time because most of them, the women that are wise, they've hooked up and they married their sweetheart and they start a life. But these feminism women, some of them who have believed these lies, they're running around saying they don't need a man. And their 30s, they start wanting one and they are not in the prime anymore. So this is actually true. And for this woman, this is bullshit. And get this feminism shit out of your head. Excuse my French. Anyway, going forward, she said, I can do it without a man, but I don't want to. A quote. Of course you can do it without a man. Try. You've been doing it for 30 years, 31 years. How has it worked out for you, girl? Please. Anyway, there I said it. I can absolutely do it without a man, but I don't want to. I just don't. Yeah, because you've been saying it for so long that you want to. Now you see how hard it is to do it by yourself. Girl, it is hard. You understand? Anyway, it goes on to say, I want a life partner. Oh, now she's admitting it. I want to do things with someone. I can't get on board the independent woman narrative because I don't want to be an independent woman. You know what our problem is here? She's living her life based on what people think and probably around the friends that she has because she knows the right thing to do. But she's still walking around at the back of her mind that I'm going to be a sellout. You understand me? I want a partner. I want a life. I want to have these things, which you should have. There is no shame in this. If your friends don't want you to have partners and they're shaming you for it, you leave those friends. Seriously. Because time will come where you guys will be old and those friends, you won't even see them. Some of them will die before you and some of them will be so old to even go out to see you. And some of them, I promise you, women are the biggest liars ever. And I'm telling you, because I've been around for a few years, women lie a lot. They will tell you, listen, I don't need a man. I don't want a man. They are fake feminists. And they will go back behind you and they will be shagging up with somebody and they will have babies. And by the time you've passed the age, you'll find out that your friend who has been telling you she doesn't need a man, she's got 2 kids somewhere. Remember those 2 years you didn't hear from her and she just disappeared. She went to have her kids. So girl, stand up for yourself. Just put this girl power and this girl rubbish aside and do what is right for yourself. Anyway, she goes on to say, I feel guilty about my distaste for my complete independence. But then I remind myself that it's not just another box women are expected to fit into. It doesn't matter if you want to be fully supported by a partner or be completely independent and single. It should be an individual choice and neither should diminish or raise your value as a woman. But we do need to give women empowered choice. That is the feminist talking. You understand? This woman is just, I don't know, she's just, I feel sorry for her. Girl, listen, you wanting a relationship, you understand me? Nobody is taking your empowered choice from you. Right from the beginning, if there is any choice that a woman has, it's the choice for her to choose to say, I want a man. You've always had that. Why not take it? Stop talking about women should be given empowered choice. Girl, you already have it. Right from the day you were born. Once you give birth to a daughter, everyone says or everyone expects her to get married. So that is a choice every woman has. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to end this video here. And please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. And I will see you on my next one. Bye.